Lakawu, and with me today is Patrick Ido,
Good
our
morning.
in-house analyst. Thank you for joining us
Good
today.
morning, Yaja Fati. It's good to see you
It's
again.
good to see you too.
Barika Juma Mubarak.
Thank you. Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah.
So today we are going to be analyzing 4 newspapers: The Punch, Daily Sun, The Nation, and The Guardian. Now we're going to start with The Nation. It has a very interesting headline talking about politics. And it says, Security Chiefs, Wiki attacks Atiku for criticizing Buhari. Now, the governor of Rivers State has accused Atiku of hypocrisy, saying that he has no moral basis to criticize President Muhammadu Buhari over his alleged lopsided appointment of security chiefs, accusing Atiku that he should first ensure that there is equity in the party first before he criticizes Buhari over the same issue.
I think Governor Wike should just take it easy. He should just take it easy. He seems to be assuming.
It sounds like Wike is now the opposition.
Because he seems to be his opposition. I don't even know his role. Maybe he's in. Maybe today you cannot even ascertain. Maybe Governor Wike is in PDP, or is in Labour Party, or is in APC. Because yesterday he hosted the Labour Party presidential candidate. I think he made that statement yesterday when he hosted Labour Party presidential candidate. Because he seemed he's not even, he doesn't even know where he stands in all this. He seems confused. Yes, exactly. Because today we don't even know. But it is high time, even if he doesn't want, because even if he doesn't want to work with
don't you think it's better for him to just defect, or instead of this anti-party
because
activities that
it will be, I said it previously on this program that it will be difficult for Governor Wike to leave the party, because he cannot leave the party. He cannot sacrifice. He has a governorship candidate, as in Rivers State. In Rivers State, you have House of Rep and the PDP House of Rep. You have National Senate. You have State House of Assembly slot candidate there. So it will be difficult for him to leave PDP and jump to APC. And in APC also, he has a formidable opponent in APC also.
But it seems he's fighting against the party.
He's fighting.
Isn't that going to dampen his chances of his candidate?
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Because how will you campaign for PDP, as in campaign for PDP at state level, and you be campaigning against them at the federal level? It doesn't stand. It doesn't make any sense. So it is left to be seen. As in, I don't know how he's going to navigate this. I don't know, because maybe he just want to be on the pages of newspaper every day, as in making one statement to another.
But I mean, if you're going to be on the pages of the newspaper, if you want to be in the pages of the newspaper every day, it should be for more progressive and more tangible.
He's turning himself to a comedian. People are not even taking him serious. No, when this statement, it's as if the statement keep coming, and when you take a look at the statement, as in on what basis he said, Atiku lack moral basis for God's sake. Atiku is the presidential candidate of APC, of PDP rather. So if Atiku did not criticize APC, who will he criticize? He has to pick loopholes in APC policy, as in criticize them. So that is how he will sell. That is politics. Is he expecting Atiku to be praising the APC government? If Atiku is praising the APC government, why is he now contesting against them? Why?
Now, could this be in relation to the? They called for the sack of the PDP chairman.
Yeah, I think all these things,
claiming that he is from the.
I think now at this juncture now, even if from the little things I knew, I know now, even if IU step down as national chairman of the PDP now, this weekend will not work with Atiku. His mind seems to have made up. He has made up his mind. This thing has gone deeper than we thought, because this is a man that he has met the APC presidential candidate several times outside the country with his G5 governor. They met in France, they met in London. He has met a Labour Party candidate. A lot of things that, as in, went in behind the scene, as in, there are a lot of things behind the scene this thing has really gone deeper than we thought. So at this stage, even if you step down, as in,
it will still not pacify Wike.
It will not pacify. He's just using that flimsy excuse of IU thing, because he knew that IU will not step down. He's just clinging onto that excuse. But even if I use step down now, he cannot pacify Wike and his team again, and his G5 governors again. They've made up their mind to work against their presidential candidate, which is very, very unfortunate. But this is Nigeria. This is Nigerian politics. Anything can happen. I keep saying it, that Nigerian politics is all about interest. It's all about interest. It doesn't have anything to do with the general populace. It's just about their interest. Their interest, after their interest, is their interest. So they don't have no passion, as in it's not about the common man on the street. It's just about their interest.
Like you talked about Wike being confused. Just yesterday, he led the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi to commission a flyover in Port Harcourt.
He even went for that yesterday to even tell Peter Obi that anytime he's coming, whenever he's coming to Rivers State to campaign, that he's going to provide his logistics. He's going to be in charge of his logistics. And you know what that means? As in, he's going to be in charge of logistics. He's going to provide logistics, everything that it will take him to campaign in Rivers State. As in, you now begin to wonder, even if he's supporting, what exactly is he up to? If you are supporting APC, are you also supporting
Labour Party?
Maybe is Labour Party a plan B? As in, because we don't even understand his stand in all this. It's as if, that's why I said it, maybe it's as if he's confused. And he's turning to be a comedian, the greatest comedian of all time.
He's trying to put his foot everywhere.
Maybe that's why I said maybe Labour Party, the APC is plan B. And he also said yesterday that they've not closed their door against PDP, that they are still.
So they have plan A, plan B.
It's as if he has plan A, plan B, plan C. So we don't even know. And Kwagwa Sotu has commissioned project in Rivers State. It's as if Wike is just a friend of all. so we don't even know where he stands in all this. It is left to be, as in, we are looking forward to how Wike we navigate, as in how it's going to come out of it. We know. I'm looking forward to how it's going to as in to prove to us where he is, because we don't even know where he stands in all this.
Now the former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, has he said he has worries over this issue between Wike and Atiku. He feels it could harm their party's chances at success in the 2023 polls.
Yes, I've said it several times on this program that if care is not taken, this crisis continues to degenerate like this, it's going to be the end of the road for PDP.
It doesn't seem like,
and it doesn't seem like it's coming to an end, because it's just a simple fact. You cannot have five governors in your party working against you, as in, and you are telling me you are going to emerge victorious it will be very, very difficult for PDP to come out of this wrong if they did not put, as in, come together with this. If they cannot unite as in behind their presidential candidate, it will be very, very difficult for the party to emerge victorious during the next year presidential poll, because it will be very, very difficult for you to have five governors working against. These are PDP governors. Ordinarily they should be at the forefront of the campaign, campaigning with the presidential candidate, but look at them. They are not ready to even associate themselves with the presidential candidate of the party. And we are just 2 months to the election, 3 months to the election, and the party seem to be less than 3 months, and the party seem to be in disarray. So if care is not taken at this stage, is getting late now, because look at, and we are talking of a state like a Rivers State. Rivers State is not ordinary. It's not an ordinary state. It's a state with a lot. They have resources. This is a state that they can bankroll, as in the campaign. They can bankroll the campaign, and we know that funds matter a lot in Nigerian politics. You need money, you need finances, and when you have a state like Rivers State not supporting you, it means a lot. It's not a good omen for the party. It's a big minus for the party, and it's a shame that at this stage they cannot put their house in order. It's a shame. And like I told a friend, if PDP said they want to, what was that? They want to renegotiate Nigeria. What's their campaign slogan? They want to reclaim Nigeria. If you want to reclaim Nigeria and you cannot reclaim your party, it sounds funny. At this stage, they should be at the front. They should, as in, what they are doing doesn't give confidence to their party members, to those who are following them. As in, I pity the PDP members, because what is coming out from their top echelons from the top echelons of the party doesn't give it's not a good signal to the party member. It's just it's unfortunate situation that they find themselves. We hope they will resolve this crisis so that they can move on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick.
Thank you.
Now we would head over to Daily Sun. And here it says, looted funds. We've placed many governors on watch lists. Now the chairman of the anti-graft agency, Abdurrashid Bawa, EFCC, chairman of the FCC, briefed State House correspondents yesterday after his meeting with the president that a number of governors are being monitored, according to him, for suspected case of money laundering. He said there were 3 governors earlier on the list, but now that number has increased.
Now, yesterday, Aminu Bawa met Abdurrashid Bawa met President Buhari to brief him on the activities of EFCC. And when he was talking to the press, he now said the number of governors that they have watched has increased from 3 to, but he did not specify the total exact number now. So, in all this, like I said, during last year when he first broke the news, I said that we don't need all this update, for God's sake. All what we need is
for them to go after
them, continue your investigation, because the more you are updating us about the number, the more these guys too, they are not dumb. The more they find a way to manipulate the systems. But beam your searchlight on them, do your investigation, get them arrested at the end of the tenure, arrange them and prosecute them. This is what we want to see. All these updates, all these pages of newspaper prosecution, I'm not in for it.
Has been on our front pages for
yes. This is not the first time that Nigeria, this is not the first time that we'll be having issue of money laundering, that we have issue of corruption, especially now that the election is coming. This is not the this is I also think that this is a period that EFCC should be up and doing. They should rather focus on investigation, proper investigation, because no matter how you talk on pages of newspaper doesn't give conviction. You cannot convince someone on the pages of newspaper. So you have to investigate them. Let them do their proper investigation. Do the investigation, beam your searchlight on them, get them arrested, prosecute them, and if you have the evidence, you send them to jail. This is what Nigeria. This is why at that time Nigeria will now applaud you. They will now celebrate. We will now celebrate them. All this update of pages of newspaper, all these media frenzies, prosecution. I'm not in for it. Nigeria want to see them behind the bars. We want to see those who stash our fund, those who looted our money, those who launder our money. We want to see them behind the bar. Prosecute them.
He made reference to campaigns, 2023 campaigns. He advised that politicians should focus on issues and avoid using illicit funds for campaign.
You know, the campaigns as the election draws near. Trust Nigerian politicians. You know, the money will flow. even people, even you will see governor that he has not been paying salary for months. He will start paying salary. We start, because this is the period. But
it seems Nigerian politicians are more for optics.
They are just there for the optics.
Some of them have been in office for a few years.
Nothing to show, but look, trust them now. As the election draws near, they will bring out the money. They will be spending the money, as in the money will flow just because of the election. But beyond that, EFCC, if EFCC do their job properly, if they get their act right, these guys, they are going to. The evidence are always there. If they do their analysis right, if they do their investigation right, you can get them arrested. Especially all what I'm looking for is to get them arrested, prosecute them and jail them. Nigerians are tired of all this. We are tired. We want to see those who looted our money behind it. This is not the first time we'll be having election that something like this will be happening. It has been occurring. But if Aminu Bawa really want us to applaud him, he and his guys should get them arrested, do their investigation, get them arrested and prosecute them and jail them. This is what we want. This is what we want to hear.
Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick. We'll head over to the Punch, and it says, hoodlum attacks. Federal government deploys soldiers, DSS and INEC offices nationwide. It's a security team to be drawn from the army, the police, the DSS, the Civil Defense Corps, and the fire service.
You know, recently we have been having a series of attacks as regard INEC office across the federation, especially the recent one in the southwest. But this report by the Punch is I don't know why will FJ include army in this?
Yes.
Why in securing the INEC office? That's you know I was talking on this program last week that our military seem to be overstretched.
Yes.
Just a little thing like this, you deploy military. Are you now telling me that what is the work of Nigerian police and Nigerian civil defense and Department of State Security if they cannot secure ordinary INEC office? If you are deploying the military just to see, I don't know, we are just belittling our military. For God's sake,
they're already outstretched.
They are
fighting
bandits in the northwest, in the north central, in the northeast, fighting Boko Haram and ordinary INEC to secure INEC office. For God's sake, you are also deploying the military. For God's sake, does it mean that Nigerian police cannot do anything? This thing doesn't even it doesn't even encourage the Nigerian policemen, because even another, because they will be thinking that before you know it, the federal government we deploy the military. It's as if we are putting the military above them in internal security. But because this is just an internal security man, it's a civil man. Why will FG deploy the military? For God's sake. I think that should be a reorganization, as in our security architecture should be reorganized, as in we should stop putting our military in the forefront in all this. They already have a lot in their hands.
Now, the Inspector General of Police said that he claimed that governors are using thugs, state security, to utilize and cause violence.
The issue of as in state security, as in it's as if like what you said earlier, Nigeria they are up for the optics. Why what and these are the governors that they will tell you that when it comes for them to take responsibility, they will tell you that they don't have any power on security, as in it's only federal government. But when the matter affects them, they know how to deploy, how to manipulate the system to favor them. But when it is about the public, you will be hearing that they don't have power. They are just chief security officer on papers, that they don't have any other thing, they cannot deploy. But look at that, but they know.
So at the end of the day, all of this is just to serve their own
personal interest, selfish interest. That is just it, because they know how to manipulate the system. They know how to manipulate the system to their advantage. When it is time for them, when the things suit them, when it suits their narrative, they know how to deploy the police, how to use the police to attack their opponent, to victimize their opponent. But when it is about taking responsibility, you will hear that they cannot deploy the police, they cannot deploy the DSS. The DSS only take order from above, they only take order from Abuja. But when it is about them, the DSS can take order for them. This one it also boils down that there is a need for us, as in, to have a rethink that what I just said about the whole security architecture. There is a need for everybody to sit down and look at this issue, because these are very, very germane issue. Why will a sitting governor use security to intimidate his opponent or our opponent? For God's sake, why will you do that? This is democracy. I think like I said, we should, as our democracy continues to deepen, we should have a rethink, as in that should be a way we look at this. Democracy is not just about you serving yourself. It's about service to the people. It's a selfless service to humanity. It's not an avenue for you to enrich yourself, for you to victimize others, for you to use the office for your own selfish interest. If you continue with this notion, with this, we will not go far. But in all this, I think the federal government it is also the responsibility of the federal government to call this governor to order, to let them know that this is because the constitution is very clear. The constitution of Nigeria is very clear. There is a limit to what they can do, and it also builds on this the state commissioners of police in their respective to do what is expected of them. If truly the governors don't give them order, if truly because the governor will always tell us that the commissioner of police don't take order from them. So why are the state commissioner of police and the state director of DSS will be taking instruction from governors to attack as in to use their officials to attack opponents. So it boils down on the federal government to do what is expected, to let everybody know their role and the limitations.
Thank you very much for that. Now, Obi supporters protests allege underage registration and vote buying plots in the north.
Yeah, that was a viral pictures going on circulating yesterday on social media about underage voting, especially in the north. I think this has always been a recurrent issue whenever election is approaching around the corner, and the issue of underage voting. I don't know why it has taken INEC so much, as in, because I thought we have moved beyond this underage voting with because INEC has they've deployed, as in this what do you call it, the biometrics. We have the biometric registration, the BIVAS, and I thought all those things would take care of the issue of underage voting and all this underage registration. But beyond that, if the allegations are true, if those pictures if they are true, I think there's a need for INEC to investigate and remove. It's something that can be done. It doesn't take I don't know. It has to be removed from there, because underage voting are not allowed to vote in election. I think the constitution stipulates that for you to be able to vote and be voted for, you must be above 18 years. And if you are not above 18, if you are not 18 years, you have no business to be there is no need for you to be there. So INEC should take up the responsibility. It is the responsibility of INEC to checkmate, as in to even investigate. I think they should investigate it. If the allegations are true, then one person who did that should take responsibility. They just have to take responsibility and fish out the person that did that and remove those underage voters from the list, so that, because it is also necessary for us, as in for the various parties, as we inch close to the election, as in the various parties should see INEC as a neutral. These are what matters most in election. INEC should be seen to be a neutral body. So if the Labour Party can prove this, if they can prove it, so INEC should also investigate it and do what is expected of them, so that we will have a credible poll next year.
Thank you very much. Now, The Guardian says that 133 million Nigerians remain poor despite sharing $700 million loot, 700 million naira Abacha loot. Now, it says 25.3 million Nigerians face acute food nutrition insecurity in 2023.
Despite sharing $700 million
dollar
loot,
Abacha loot,
we are still poor. It shows one thing.
I'm not sure that the sharing formula that was used was meant to get to us, because I did not.
Do you benefit from it?
I didn't benefit, so I'm not sure if did you benefit from it.
I didn't. I don't know. Maybe sometimes I look at our problem and I begin to imagine, maybe do we have a spiritual problem in this country, or is our leaders what is happening? Because if you look at,
I think personally, I believe our leaders are a reflection of
our society.
Yes, our society and who we are
as a people. Because look at that report, $700 million US. $700 million US. Do we feel the impact? I'm short of words. I don't know how to describe it. And you look at the rate of poverty. Look at the poverty. Look. Just take a look. Take a walk. You look at how people are suffering. Just take a look around you and look at what people are going through. And where you are, you are seeing a report that is 700 million naira loot has been shared, and without no tangible. Where are the money? Where is it?
What
was it used for? These are the questions that has been begging for answer. And who is going to give us this answer? Who? Nobody.
Because as far as we're concerned, there's no such thing like accountability.
Accountability is lacking. Transparency is lacking. No transparency, no accountability. All what these guys are up to is just for their own, and for God's sake, how many of these funds are you going to use? Is it enough? What? Can you imagine $700 million US? That's a lot of money, a lot of money. And when you trace this money, I can assure you that people that are responsible for this, they might not even up to 3 or 4 people.
Yes.
Yeah, and here you are. Well, I don't know. I'm tired. it's unfortunate.
Okay, so on this headline it says PDP carpets APC over NBS report says majority of Nigerians excluded from intervention schemes. Now it's still coming back to
I
to
think that this is the
politics,
political angle. This is the political angle
angle
to
of the
it.
whole
PDP,
story.
yes, they will criticize, but beyond that, when we are also in this country when
No,
PDP was
at
in
first-
charge. So
at first, they
what?
claimed there were no intervention schemes,
Okay, PDP. They claimed there were no intervention.
and then now they said a lot of people
were excluded. That's the politics. That's the politics angle to. But beyond the politics, PDP they've governed this country for 16 years. They were there before 20. They were the one in charge. What was the scorecard of PDP? Does it mean that we don't have something like this? Something like this did not happen under them. Like I keep saying, both PDP and APC they are on the same level, that there is nothing that differentiates both parties. So PDP should just pay us their story and concentrate on the 2023 general election. Because I personally don't buy this, because when you guys were in charge, what was the difference? Nigeria did not feel any difference. When APC came on board, the story continues, same thing. So what was this all for? This is just the politics. They should just continue on 2023 general election. We are tired. Nigeria are tired of this. The recurrence looting every day. Like I said, at EFCC be a body that is as in really fighting this corruption, all these things will not be happening. All these things will not. That's why I'm angry with EFCC. They should rather concentrate on issues, as in leave pages of newspaper prosecution alone. Focus, because a lot is going on in our system. Even in the federal service alone, a lot is going on. There are a lot of things are taking place every day. They should rather beam their searchlight on political exposed people that, as in, so that they can track these people, investigate them, and bring them to justice. And how many convictions has EFCC made since Aminu Bawa came on board? Even the little conviction that they made, they've said the federal government seems to have given them amnesty, as in the former governor of Taraba State and former governor of Plateau State. They were both given amnesty. So you will now be asking yourself, what is the essence of the whole thing? So it's as if we will go one step forward and we will go 10 steps backward.
More like 100 steps backward
every day, which is not good for the system.
Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick Edowu. Thank you
You're welcome.
for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today on Newspaper Review on Abuja City Journal Online TV. We've been talking about issues relating to politics, the economy, security, and a lot of others. Now, don't forget to join us same time, same place next week. And don't forget to read more stories on www.abujacityjournal.com. And also, don't forget to follow us on our social media pages, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at Abuja City Journal. Thank you for joining us. I'm Fatima Balaka. We'll see you next time.